I'm sorry, sir, I tried, but no one here is willing to enlist.
Unacceptable, Captain. Either deliver me recruits or deliver me your resignation.
What will I do now? Without the Shorenhelm Guard, I'm nothing. I told the General, I'm a soldier, not a recruiter. But now, I'm to be discharged if I fail? It's not right. I've tried to do my duty, but I can't force people to enlist. Not a single one. Montclair's war has decimated our ranks, and people now see enlisting in the Guard as a foolhardy proposition. I have a few prospects, but they seem to have no sense of duty. I don't know. Maybe my manner is just too harsh. Certainly. I have one prospect who should be simple. Martin Datu. He's in the stocks for Mara's sake, but I can get him released if he enlists. When I spoke to him, however, he was stubborn and rude. Perhaps you could talk to him? I've already spoken with the constable, and he agreed to release Martin if the young man will enlist. I simply can't understand why a criminal would choose the stocks over doing his duty for his kingdom.
Why will you not listen, beef-witted beast? Must I tie a torch to your tail again to teach you? Stupid horse. Does not even know how to do what he is told. I have a good mind just to feed the stupid thing to the dogs. You mean you would actually trade me that for this unworthy beast? If you're willing to do that, you're as dumb as the damn horse. What will you do with him? He's only good for hauling heavy loads, and he's not even much good for that. Ha! You're as crazy as that dog-loving boy Handre. This horse does not want to be free. He would not even know what to do. I will trade with you, but no taking it back. You will feel like a fool when the stupid thing just stands there. Fadil, what are you doing? Wait, no. Come back here, you stupid beast. I cannot believe it. He understood you and he just ran away.
If you come to poke fun at the prisoner, you'd better think twice. I'll be out of these stocks soon. And then you'll have to watch your back. They may not have enough evidence to hold me, but that doesn't mean I'm not a dangerous criminal. They say I broke into Jerian's ironworks and robbed the place during the night, but they haven't got any proof. Besides, my friend is going to come forward and vouch for me. I was at his house drinking mead all night. And get myself killed? I can't do that. My father went back to the dirt 15 years ago, and my family needs me around. My mother would fall to pieces, and my sister doesn't make enough coin let alone the both of them.
Huh! Can you believe that? I heard what Martin said. He's either completely delusional or incredibly naive. He's been a troublemaker all his life, and he's not getting out of those stocks anytime soon. We have enough. We found his boot prints in the mud outside the broken window. He was involved. I'm not sure he was alone, but he was there. In fact, that friend of his, that Olivier, I suspect he may have helped with the robbery. And that's the thing. Olivier said he didn't see Martin at all that night. Some friend, huh? If they weren't such amateurs, though, I don't think the constable would have made the deal with Captain Thayer. I saw you over there at the stocks talking to Martin. Does that fool still think I'm coming to his rescue? He's like a babe in the woods. I told him not to wear those fancy boots. It's not my fault he wouldn't listen. Yeah, so what? I wasn't dumb enough to leave any proof for that constable to find, so I'm in the clear. And don't expect me to risk my neck sticking it out to vouch for Martin. As far as I'm concerned, he's better off in the stocks. Wait! No, please! Please don't! I'd go mad in the stocks! Look, I don't know how to sell these stolen goods anyway. How about this? I'll just leave them on the constable's doorstep tomorrow morning. That will clear Martin's name. Is that enough?
Welcome to the Dusklight Inn. Not exactly the lap of luxury, but we try to make our customers comfortable. The cost of a room's cheap, and if you're as broke as I am, that's all that matters. What? You mean because Martin's in the stocks? I don't know if I'd say that makes things harder. Wait, did Martin say something to you? I'd rather not discuss this. Our family's finances really aren't anyone's business but our own. Really? Well, the truth is that Martin's only ever been a drain on our family's resources. His big ideas never amount to a hill of beans. I wouldn't tell him, but the best thing he could do is enlist. We could really use another steady income now.
Be quick or be gone.
Ah, an adventurer. Always so inspiring to have someone like you around town. I hope my son Martin would take up an exciting profession like that. But I'm beginning to think the poor boy just doesn't have it in him. He worries me sick, you know. No, I'm afraid the opposite is true. He's never had a good role model, you know. His dear father was King Rancer's most trusted general, He died up at Trader's Tor. They say he died a dishonorable death. It's a shame we'll never know the truth. I do. Martin's always been ashamed. Every chance he's had to make something of himself, he's shied away from it for fear that he would fail, like his father did. If he knew his father died honorably, I think it would inspire him. I worry that if he enlists just to get out and that his father died a hero, that would
They are going to release me, aren't they? I know he will. Why? Olivia. I didn't enlist, though. I just can't. I'm just not cut out to be a soldier. And my mother and my sister need me here. Really? She said that? I guess it's true. My plans for making gold haven't really panned out, have they? My poor mother. She's been working.
You've certainly done your due diligence. I really appreciate the efforts, but I had a feeling it wouldn't work. Some people just have no sense of duty, and I guess Martin falls into that category. You did? Excellent. I don't know what you said to him, but I don't care. It's my duty to get new recruits, and you helped me fulfill it. Thank you. I'll have the deputy release him, and we'll get him whipped into shape in no time. You really have the knack for this. While I'm getting Martin released, I wonder, would you be at all open to taking a crack at another one of my stubborn prospects? Her name's Suga. She's got a mouth on her, but she'd make a good soldier. She wouldn't admit it, but I think she's some kind of bandit, and that's why she doesn't think much of the Shorenhelm Guard. She called me some rather rude names. In fact, I lost my temper, but you have more patience. If it was up to me, no. But our numbers are low and we can't be picky. Besides, I'd rather risk the life of a bandit in battle than some poor girl who's never even swung a sword. If you're willing to speak to Suga, she's over by the ironworks.
Damn trash, that's all it is. Let it be known that Jaren's ironworks sells nothing but dung. They call them swords, but you can't get an edge on one of these blades to save your life. Even the Shorenhelm guards got better steel than this. Oh no, not another one. What's it take to be a recruiter? The inability to understand verbal language? If you want me to write it down for you, I can carve it on your arse. I already told that old sow, Thayer, I'd eat dung before joining the Guard. Bunch of elf-loving weaklings that run around Ribbonspire getting kicked in the arse. People I run with, they eat members of the Shorenhelm Guard for breakfast. You look tougher than your average guard, but my boyfriend would wipe the dirt with you. Ha! You want to bet on how long you'll last, or whether you just turn tail the moment you see him? Nah, this could be fun though. Beat my boyfriend, I'll enlist. If he beats you, well, he'll just take your gear and leave your corpse in the road. Just take the road south out of town. That's where we do our business. Don't worry about finding Govaled. You'll find it.
You stomp around like a wounded guar. Do you want the enemy to eat us? Get down, you fool! Do you want the blood fiends to see us? Now hush! Hush! Adusa needs her ears right now. No, wait. Strike that. Let's talk. You can help, Adusa, yes? What kind of help? The helpful kind, of course. I meant to arrive before evil invaded this hamlet, find Constable Maldred, and provide what help I could. But this one was detained, and the constable is nowhere to be seen. Moira's hope is lost. Patience. Adusa will explain. The survivors, they are our priority. We move together to... No, too obvious. We move separately, draw less attention that way. Adusa noticed a few survivors headed toward the large barn in the distance. Meet me there. You go first, then Adusa shall sneak off. Less chance of both of us getting captured by these cursed creatures that way. If you must, but hurry, please. Survivors have a terrible habit of becoming dead when they are left unattended. Someone who wishes she had arrived in time to divert this tragedy. But if wishes were fishes, Adusa would be a very happy cat. This one is here to help. Now please, the survivors need us.
How vile! Is that a piece of Govalid's brain on your boot? What are you, some kind of monster? Only joking around, of course. You beat him, huh? I'm impressed. Nah, that's what that bastard deserves for sneaking around behind my back with that little Bosmer wench. I knocked her off myself. Nope, I haven't got any hard feelings. In fact, I'd say that was the easiest breakup ever. I suppose so. Govalid's gone, and to be honest, I was pretty sick of sitting around down there by the road and hassling people for a handful of coins. I'll give the guard a try. You can tell Captain Thayer I'll come around soon.
Oh well, it was worth a try. I knew she was something of a long shot with an attitude like that. I'd probably have been forced to beat her down every other day just to keep her in line. Maybe it's better that she won't enlist. You did? Being Argonian's aunt, I really didn't think you could pull that off. You missed your calling, my friend. You should have been a recruiter. You can't seem to fail. While we're waiting for Shugo to finally get here, what do you say to taking on the most unlikely prospect of the bunch? If you can recruit this young man, I'll eat my dagger. He's... awkward. Julien Riziol, that's his name. He seems like a sharp young man and he's had a little training. The problem is that Julien is more interested in chasing girls than glory. Some might even say he's pathetic, but he is a prospect. I don't know. I tried to tell him that no girl can resist a man with a few scars, but that didn't seem to sway him. Unfortunately, I lost my patience after that, and now he won't even come near me. If anyone can convince him, though, it's you.
I've been watching you. Going around town, cleaning up the mess that beastly soldier woman created by offending everyone. You must have a golden tongue, getting folks to enlist after that. You won't persuade me, though. I can't leave town. Not now. Because I'm close. I've been courting Gwendolyn for 3 years, and I think I'm finally close to winning her heart. If I leave town now, by the time I get back, she'd probably have married someone else. I couldn't live with that. That would make everything perfect. If I had her love, I could enlist and fight with the strength of 10 soldiers. It's not going to happen, though. It's going to take something special to win her heart, and I haven't a clue as to what that is. Good luck with that. I've been trying to figure her out for years now. I think maybe she just enjoys playing with my emotions. If you can help me win her heart, though, I'll enlist. I'll do anything you want, in fact.
Don't get me wrong. You're very attractive, and I'm sure you're very nice. But I'm not seeing any new suitors. I have my hands full already with that pathetic young man you probably saw standing around outside. It's not that I don't like him. He's brave, kind, and handsome. He's perfectly acceptable. He's just not very exciting. I don't know that I love him. I'm not even sure he loves me. I keep trying to tell him. It's just some childish infatuation. I don't know. I want the feeling from the storybooks. I want my skin to flush and my heart to quicken. I want butterflies in my stomach and to be unsure whether to laugh or cry. Julian just makes me bored. Someone in town has to be more romantic.
The constable and I are taking bets on how long before Martin annoys an officer and winds up back in the stocks. I really do wish him the best, but my gold's on 2 weeks. Why? Are you looking to court my sister too? Suitors have been lining up for months. That Julianne is the worst. I'd be happy to see her wed almost anyone but him. Wait a moment. You're not asking on Julian's behalf, are you? All right then. Here's the thing. Whatever you do, don't give her flowers. They make her sneeze something awful. I'd suggest getting her a nice piece of jewelry. She always loved Mother's necklaces when we were young. She loves jewelry.
I've got what you need.
Ah, the hero of Copeland Village. Very impressive.
Not now, friend, please. Not now. We have so much work to do, and I'm not sure how we'll get it all done. You mean that stuck-up woman who lives across the way? I know she's been turning suitors away for months. I think she's waiting for someone with big coffers. Someone who can buy her fancy jewelry and such. Me? I don't think she's worth it.
If that Captain Thayer comes around here again, someone's going to get hurt. That wench called me a coward, because I prefer to work here rather than join the Shornhelm Guard. Sense of duty? That's a pile of guardung. Not much. She's a pretty girl, but I think it's gone to her head. She does have a heart, though. She's always at the inn whenever there's a minstrel in town. I think she has a taste for poetry.
I've been thinking. Gwendolyn says I don't really love her. It's just some kind of silly infatuation. I think I need to make a grand gesture to prove my love to her. Something spectacular to show her how I really feel. Something romantic, something unique. I know. A bouquet of rare flowers, though I'd need help picking them. Or I could serenade her with a poem. Of course, I don't know any poems. Or maybe a beautiful necklace. What do you think? Of course. They say jewelry's the key to every woman's heart. I don't have much gold, but the blacksmith's apprentice, Kalisa, she said she could make a nice necklace if I could supply the gems. Well, I know where we can get some gems, but it might be risky. The Bitter Hand bandits have a camp west of town. With all the robberies they commit, I'm sure some of them carry stolen gems. must be some way to get it. Ah, a fellow student of history. You must be. No other reason to visit these gods-forsaken ruins? Fascinating place, though. You realize this is where King Rancer made his last stand. Still haunts the place, in fact. And I intend to find out why. Yes, the king and all his soldiers. Something happened in the final moments of the battle against the orcs of Hrothgar 15 years ago, and they were cursed with undeath. Their undead forms have prevented anyone from getting in to learn the truth. Yes, well, that's the challenge. I was hoping, though, since you're here and you do appear capable, would you be willing to give me an escort? I just need to get to the central tower. I'm convinced the answers I seek are there. I knew if I came out here and hung about long enough, someone would eventually happen by to help. If I can be the one to determine what happened in King Rancer's final moments, scholars will speak my name with reverence for generations.
Think me Rancer, do you? No, I am not the Mad King. I am his betrayer. Enter the past and hear my tale. A traitor's tale it is. Lieutenant, where in oblivion have you been? Those damn sleep scrolls were useless against the brutes. The orcs breached the walls. We're down to just a few dozen men, including the King's Guard. I'm afraid it may be time to surrender. King Rancer just wants us to keep fighting to the bitter end. Seems he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. Can't say I'm fond of that strategy, but the King's beyond reason. Damn mage he had gave him some fool notion he wants us to try. Before he vanished, Rizal Jewel told the King about this last-ditch enchantment that would help us hold the Tor. We're supposed to take these packets of magical powder and pour their contents into the braziers in each of the towers. Kill the orcs? I don't know. What I do know is that this is our last chance, and you're the only soldier I'd trust to even make the attempt. If it doesn't do anything, go up and tell the King. Maybe he'll realize it's time to surrender. Go as fast as you can, Lieutenant. Until we've tried this, the King won't even talk about surrender. We have to get him to come around before it's too late. don't know what to think. There was a time when I would have followed King Rancer into oblivion. But since Mark Waston Moore, he hasn't been himself. It seems his hatred for Emmerich has completely consumed him.
Are you ready for glory, Lieutenant? Our greatest hour is at hand. Those green-skinned... Are you ready for glory, Lieutenant? Our greatest hour is at hand. Those green-skinned beasts think they have us defeated. They'll soon realize how incredibly wrong they are. Have the contents of Regional Jewels packets been poured into the braziers? Not yet, but it will. We will charge the enemy's ranks and they will see what true determination means. I've sent orders for Captain Tyrone and the King's Guard to charge the breach in the North Wall. Tell the General to prepare his troops as well. Are you daft, Lieutenant, or just a coward? Don't make me repeat myself. Tell General Datu to prepare the soldiers to charge against the orcs to the south. I will retrieve my sword from the North Tower and join you on the battlefield.
Well, now that the foolish experiment with the braziers has failed, has the king come to see reason? Does he realize this fight cannot be won? Then he has truly gone mad. There's no reason to waste further lives defending this lost cause. King will just have to be restrained. Have you seen Captain Tyrone? She and I should do this together. Damn it. Knowing her, she'll follow orders without question and get the King's Guard killed. You'll have to find Tyrone and convince her to stand down. If she refuses, look for that chest of sleep scrolls. Just use one to knock them all out. Yes, it's actually probably best I go alone. At this point, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll give the king one last chance to listen to reason. But if he won't, then I'll just have to make him see things my way.
Have you come to join us for the final push, Lieutenant? We're all that's left of the King's Guard, but at least we'll take a few orcs down with us. As soon as we see an opening, we're charging into that breach down there. The General has no authority over the King's Guard. I take my orders directly from the King. The King ordered us to charge, and that's what we're going to do. It's true that the King hasn't been acting himself. Is General Datu asking him to rescind the order? If the King decides to surrender, he still may have need of us. Very well. I'll delay the charge until we get clarification from the King.
Stop acting like a coward, Datu. I am your king, and I will lead you to victory today.
Your Majesty, you've clearly lost your mind. I'm sorry, but you leave me no choice. It is done. No further lives need to be thrown away today.
Traitor! But your feeble betrayal won't stop Rizal Jul's magic. We shall live forever, but not you. I curse you and will scatter your bones. Die, you treacherous dog! What happened to you? Looked like you were in a daze for a few moments. Stupendous. Did you see what happened to King Rancer? Was it the orcs who killed him, or are the rumors true? Was he betrayed and killed by his own soldiers? Ah, General Datu. Of course, I should have known. They say his bones were scattered around the ruins. I suppose this was Rancer's twisted idea of vengeance. Tell me though, did you learn how we might remove the undead curse here? Then what? Will he rise up and kill the king again? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Take the skull and search the ruins for the rest of the general's bones. If you don't mind, I'll watch from the top of the tower.
I'm whole again. Meet me where I slayed the Mad King. Perhaps I can finally end this horrid existence. Rancer! Madman. It's time to finish this.
I couldn't agree more. I'll shatter your bones this time, that... Strike, now!
Over the years, I've questioned many times whether what I did was right. I wanted to save my soldiers' lives, but I only helped King Rancer spread his curse. Now, whether right or wrong, I am redeemed. The curse is lifted and the dead can rest. Yes, they are at peace. Even King Rancer, I suppose. He was a wise and courageous king at one time, you know. I hope what happened here does not further damage his legacy. That is beyond my control, however. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you.
What is it?
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of making a necklace for House Doral. Please, let me focus on my work. Julian wants to give me gems? That is so sweet. I wasn't sure if he understood what I was hinting at the other night, but does this mean... does he feel the same way about me as I do about him? Oh, I see. He didn't get the hint after all. If he's in love with Gwendolyn, though, then it's for the best. In fact, here. Take the piece I was crafting for the Dorals. I was tempted to keep it, but maybe it will bring Julian happiness.
Did you get it? Oh, let me see it. I know that if Khaleesi made it, it has to be beautiful. She's amazing. That's perfect, completely unique and totally romantic. If Gwendolyn doesn't fall in love with me after receiving this, then there's no hope for us at all. What did Khaleesi think? Was she glad that I took her up on her offer? Feelings? For me? You can't be serious. I've known Khaleesi since we were toddlers. She's like a sister to me. I mean, I love her dearly, but not like that. At least I don't think I do. Mother always said I was hopeless when it comes to this sort of thing. I never really thought about Khaleesi in that way before. What do you think? Have I just been blind this whole time? All right, maybe you're right. Maybe I've just been a fool this whole time, chasing Gwendolyn because she teased me when true love was right under my nose. Will you take the necklace back to Khaleesi and tell her I was wrong?
What? Forgive me for my earlier outburst. I must have made quite a fool of myself. Please, forget everything I told you. He does? You mean he feels about me the way I feel about him? I don't know what to say. I thought my dreams were dead, and now you tell me that they have come true? Tell Julian to come to me. I must hear this from him.
I can't believe this. The more I think about it, the more I realize that this was meant to be. Khaleesi has always been kind and giving. What did I ever see in Gwendolyn? Tell me, though, did Khaleesi understand? Will she give me another chance? All right. I'll need a moment to consider my words. Then I'll go talk to her. After that, I suppose I have to fulfill my promise and enlist. It's the least I can do after what you've done for me. You can tell Captain Thayer I'll be along shortly.
Don't feel bad. I knew Julian was a hopeless case. A man who's sick in love is a sad man indeed. I feel sorry for him, really. Enlisting would have probably helped set him straight. I can't believe it. I said I was going to eat my dagger, didn't I? I hope you'll let me off on that one. I'm really embarrassed. Here, I couldn't manage to get a single recruit, and you come behind me and get 3. None that are worth our time, and I'll have my hands full whipping these 3 into shape anyhow. The General's jaw's going to hit the dirt when I march them in. I'll tell him I had help, of course. I don't want him assigning me this duty again. All right, recruits. Fall in. I want to see the prettiest march to Shornhelm in history.
I know you. Daggerfall, that mad plan to take on Molag Bal. Crazy. Let me ask you though, if someone committed a heinous crime, slaughtering innocent people and such, could they ever be forgiven? Or should they suffer for the rest of their lives? Because that's the scenario here. I've tracked down a man named Gerard Althen. Althen ordered the massacre of hundreds of innocent people during Rancer's War and then vanished. After 10 years, I finally found him. I just need help bringing him in. I need someone to fight their way into the barrows and find his hiding place. It shouldn't be too hard. One of Althen's old cronies came to help him escape. Trolls got to him, but he must have been carrying a clue to Althen's hiding place. You're smart. Working for the Ring of Daggers has 2 great benefits. First, we reward our friends generously. Second, we don't worry about trials and laws and silly things like that. Get Althen to Hoarfrost Downs, and he will pay for what he did. I'll be having a drink at the Dusklight Inn in Hoarfrost Downs. I'll wait for you there.
Who's out there? Teren? Tell me that's you. For you? I don't think so. Who do you work for? The Ring of Daggers? If so, you're wasting your time. You can't get in. And I have enough supplies to survive in here for quite some time. However long it takes until my friends come for me. Teren is dead? You saw him? Oh, God. I needed him to get me out. The door can only be opened from the outside. I don't have enough supplies to last forever. I'll die in here! Of course you will. And then you'll hand me over to the Ring of Daggers. I'm no fool. I am in a bind here, though. Perhaps I can persuade you to have mercy. You should know that, despite my past, I'm actually a very good person now. Well, no. There's a letter in my pack, though. It would give me some credibility. I dropped my pack out in the barrows, but if you'll find and read that letter, I'll tell you how to open the door. And if you still want to turn me in, so be it. All right, I believe I dropped my pack by an altar just north of the crypt. You'll find the letter in there. If you read it, you'll see. I'm a changed man. I've done everything I can to make amends. Please, just read it and come back. You're back! Oh, thank the gods. The walls of this crypt are closing in on me now. Ever since I realized I might die in here. Funny how the mind does that. Did you find my pack, though? Did you find the letter? Very well. I hope it's giving you something to think about before you decide my fate. Regardless, I suppose it's my turn to hold up my end of the bargain. Unfortunately, this door was designed to be absolutely secure against intruders. The door is controlled by 2 levers on either side of the barrow above. As if that weren't enough, you'll need keys to activate the levers. The keys are buried inside the Dorel and Tamrith family crypts. I am sorry this is so much trouble. Yes, and then I get to find out what my fate is to be. I hope you're really thinking about this.
most Atronachs are weak. Some are strong. Zymel Hariz, I summon you. Wretched mortals. World.
So here we are, the moment of truth. I can now look upon the face of the one who will be my judge. I hope you understand that I am in no way trying to deny my past wrongdoings, nor would I argue that those acts should be forgiven. If you read the letter in my pack, then you at least know that I've done what I can in the years since the war to make amends for the things I did. Even if you decide to hand me over to the Ring of Daggers, I will at least die knowing I tried. No. I prefer you take your time making this choice. I need to get out of these barrows either way. So you can take me to the Ring of Daggers, or you can take me to the other side of the barrows and set me free. It's up to you. I'm yours to do with as you will. Whatever you decide, I will go along. My fate is in your hands. Of course, if there's anything I can tell you to increase my chance of meriting your mercy, I am more than happy to oblige. What would you like to know? Please, don't ask me about that. Anything but that. Ask me about the things I've done since the war. The things I did under King Rancer. They were terrible. Hard to think about, let alone speak of. Please, anything but that. Fine, damn it. You want to know what I did? I'll tell you. When the orcs turned on us, Rancer ordered me to arrest and interrogate all orcs in Rivenspire. And I did. If they resisted or seemed suspicious, I had them executed. There. I know that one can never truly wipe the past clean. Certainly not in my case. But I've done what I can. I've sent gold and gifts to the orphanage in Orsinium, and I've spent years tracking down ancient tomes of orc history for their library. Yes. I've fed stray dogs, opened doors for old ladies, and handed out moon sugar candy to children. That may sound petty, but the point is, I'm yours to do with as you will. Of course, if there's anything I could tell you.
My brother joined that bad man cult. Word is they're all dead now. I never liked my brother much.
You followed through? Excellent. I worried he'd convince you to set him free. Then we'd have had to track down both of you. That would have been unpleasant. Forget that, though. Can't tell you how glad I am to finally have this bastard in custody. You've earned my esteem, my friend, and that's no small thing. You're a friend to the Ring of Daggers now. I have a feeling we'll cross paths again someday. May the gods watch over you until then. Heard you've been trying to make amends, old man. You know what I think? The only redemption for a murderous bastard like you is a slow, painful death. And we're going to give it to you. Get up. You can rot in the stockade for a little while first. Lock him up. Make sure to spit in his face every hour, too.
With pleasure.
I guess this is what I deserve. Very well. I accept my fate.
My father was working here during Rancer's War. He disappeared and we never heard from him again. I've been looking forward to meeting this man Althen for a long time.